my name is Debbie Nwangwa, as you can see on the screen. I have been with Forever now for 9 years. My background was in the oil and gas industry, so very, very different to my Forever journey. And I loved my job in my early 20s, and then my kids came along when I was 23. So much by surprise, but a wonderful surprise, my children came along. And my eldest, who's now nearly 17, in fact, he's just turned 17, he's already turned 17, he had to go into childcare from the age of 3 months old. He didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice as a mum. My job wasn't available as part-time, and my job was the safe and secure out of me and my husband's. So that's what I did, and then my second child came along 2.5 years later, and things got really bad in the sense that we got into debt because I couldn't afford for 2 kids to go to private nursery, but I didn't have the choice to be able to not do that. And that's what I did for years. And obviously then they started school, and then eventually what happened was, so these are my 2 boys, very, very innocent. They're both taller than me now, which isn't difficult without my heels on. So they went to school, and then we fell in love with a school in Warwick for boys only. Smaller class sizes, and so we let Kai take the exam at the age of 7. My job was 50, 60 hours a week, travelling around Europe and also the UK. So I never got to see the boys' first steps, weaning, all of the great things that happen, and not so great things that happen with toddlers and everything else. Like I say, I didn't have a choice. So when we had a look at the school for Kai at 7 years old, he took the exam and subsequently passed the exam, and then my mother-in-law kindly said that she would pay for half of the fees just for 1 year. So I had a deadline. I knew that I needed to find extra money around my full-time job to be able to pay for this school. It made me cry when I went to look at the school. I absolutely loved it. Fell in love with the little shorts and socks up to the knees and blazers that were far too big. He did eventually grow into it. So he started in September 2010, and obviously I knew if I did for one child, I couldn't not do it or offer it to the other child when he was old enough. So Kai started in September 2010 at Warwick, and I found Forever properly in October 2010. So a friend offered me the opportunity, I said yes, and that's where it started. So that was my big goal, was to just do it very part-time around my full-time career. I never had in my sights that I was going to do it as a full-time career in terms of Forever. But I did know that I wanted it to pay for private education for both of the boys. So that's what I did. I got started really, really quickly. And this is what happened in just probably about 2.5, 3 years. All of this happened, very part-time. And what did I do? There was no difference between how many hours I have in the day and how many hours other people have in the day. But what I did was I stopped watching television, because that wasn't going to get me further towards my dreams. But I did know that I had 3 or 4 hours every single day that I watched TV, whether it be at home or whether it be when I was away with work. So trips like Sardinia, which happened in 2013, actually that trip where the boys are with Tina Gillies' children, if Tina's anywhere in the room, they've been on business class flights, they've made memories with Angela Cochran's daughter. So lots of the Forever kids all know each other of that age because they all go on holidays together. So memories are amazing. Sandra's met all of our children, I think, at some stage or another, taking photos for magazines. So there are lots and lots of Lapland as well, was something that I wanted to do before they stopped believing in Father Christmas. So just about managed to do that before Kai turned 11. So things like this all came about because I had the courage, I guess, to do something that was completely different to my full-time job, and ignored everything that everybody said in terms of would it work, wouldn't it work. These are some of the cars I've had and houses that I've lived in over the last few years, which has been amazing. You know, again, more memories to be made, parties to be had in the houses and everything else. And the chairman's bonus checks along the way. Again, I never imagined that I would have these over the last 6 years. So all in all, about £300,000 in chairman's bonus checks, which has been absolutely amazing. Obviously, it's given me choices. It's allowed me to, you may have heard the phrase, digging your well before you're thirsty. So over the last 2 years, my children have not only gone through the divorce as kids with, you know, their parents splitting up, but also lots of opportunities have come their way because of this business. And I've been able to take time out. So I've actually lived through that whole pension style income that Forever talks about, because I'd already built my business to the size that it was before I needed to take time out. So these opportunities for my kids, so here they both are in their Warwick uniforms. Jaden's the singer, so Jaden's 14, nearly 15, and there he is up at the top with Anthony Joshua. I nearly forgot his name then, how could I? And then there's my eldest Kai, so he's the rugby star. So he's gone on to, now he's in a scholarship down in Somerset at a really top sports school. So again, following his dreams, but because he was given those opportunities along the way. I was watching a video actually on my phone that I found the other day, and it was Jaden who had watched me do a sizzle with my team. It must have been 5 years ago. I'd done a team sizzle at home. They'd all gone home, and then Jaden reenacted that training for the next 10 minutes afterwards about how to create a team, how to, invite somebody to the business presentation. And he's 14 now, so he must have been 9 years old. So just remember, your children are always, always watching and listening and learning from what you do. Jaden's actually got autism, so over the last 2 years, not only have we gone through a divorce as a family, but Jaden's needed a lot more extra support, and obviously with me being able to take that time out as a mom, then it's meant that I've been able to get him into the right educational facility, which actually wasn't private school in the end. But being able to take that time out, obviously I don't feel guilty as a mom that I've now found him the perfect place for him to be. So if anyone's got any SEN children, you'll know exactly how challenging it can be and how much time that those children need in order to find the right setting for them. So I'm very, very fortunate to Forever for allowing me to do that as a mom. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is the lottery ticket that you have in your hands when you sign up to be a Forever business owner. So we all bought, well, most of us in the room will have bought the £199.75 box Start Your Journey pack here in the UK. And what a lot of people do is they miss this page out. They just skip through it as if it doesn't matter. But what you need to do is make sure that your team member knows exactly how and what case credits are going to come into their business via. So whether it be recruitment, whether it be personal use, whether it be retail, they just need to understand where those case credits are going to come from. So you do need to spend some time just explaining that to them at that first meeting. Because what you want is for them to be 4 case credits consistently. So I joined at the end of October 2010, and bar 1 month in February 2011, which was the month after I was on stage as a supervisor, where I thought that that was it, I'd made it in Forever and that I didn't need to do any more work. For 111 months, I have been 4 case credits. And that's what allowed me to take time out when I needed it the most over the last 18 months, 2 years. And that all came from understanding my favourite products. So choosing 7 of my favourite products with a new team member when they first join the business is really essential. We've got lots of products in our range, but if you can just get your brand new team member to focus on their favourite 7 and really understand those inside out, upside down, back to front, you can find all of the information that you need on YouTube, Forever Knowledge, on the new Forever Living page, on the Facebook groups. There are so many pieces of information and videos that you can find out there, but just focus on 7, because then you can really home in on those and obviously build your 4 case credits customer base on that. So how to do your 4 case credits? You've got launches, you've got Pamper and Prosecco nights. A gentleman before told me about beards and beers. That was another one that I'd never heard of. Obviously, skincare evenings for blokes to do it together, not just the women. You've got gin and skin evenings, but also don't discount the people that can't physically get people to their houses for their launch. Why not have one online? It doesn't matter whether it's 2-3 people that have logged into that online launch. Don't discount it, because it's really, really important to get those products out there and the information into their network. You've also got experience packs. Obviously, there's lots and lots of information on all of our websites on how to tailor an experience pack to each individual. in your network. So whether it be a mail pack, whether it be, for mother and baby, whatever it might be, you can put a pack together and get it out there. So it's like your silent salesperson. You've also got aloe bars, and I think some people are overcomplicating what aloe bars are. An aloe bar can be held absolutely anywhere. If you have children that are at a dance club, you can ask the person who runs that dance club, can you have an aloe bar at the end of that session when the parents are going home? So it doesn't need to be any more than 10, 15 minutes for an aloe bar, but get them to try the gel so that you can get that in front of people. Obviously, if you're going to go into somewhere like, I don't know, a coffee shop or a gym or anything else like that, don't expect them to say yes to your aloe bar over the phone or on an email. You need to go in there and face to face ask them, can you come along and present your gels at their venue? Otherwise, it just won't work. And obviously what you can do then is once you've built that relationship is you can show them other aloe bars like these pictures that you can find all over social media, and if you ask on team pages and things like that, you can find pictures of these and you can show them. You can also say, look, I've got X amount of people on my social media. I want to promote your cafe. And obviously, in turn, can I promote my aloe gel drinks in your establishment? This is what I've done previously. So it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Now, I know Gemma was talking in the previous session about business presentations and different ways that you can do that. Obviously, again, if you are too far away from a company business presentation, then do a home BP. It doesn't need to be lots and lots of people. It can just be a few people with your laptop plugged into your television screen so that everybody can see comfortably in your sitting room, in your dining room, in your kitchen, but don't overcomplicate it again. It's really simple to get people together maybe every other week or once a month in your house and show them what the business opportunity is all about. You've also got guinea pig one-to-ones. Now what this means is as your new team member is learning how to present the products and understanding what they need to know about their favourite 7 products, you want to really make sure that they also understand that they need to learn how to present the business. And the easiest way to do this is to get a few friends over and just help them to contact those people and say, look, I've started a new business. I already know how to talk about the products, but I really want to learn how to present the business. Would you be willing to be a guinea pig and sit in on a session so that I can learn how they present the business to other people? So obviously I can get better at what I do. Those people are not going to feel like you're selling to them because you're not. They're just standing in. They're supporting you as a friend. And it may be that they like what they hear. It might be that they don't, but they know somebody else who might like what they hear. So definitely go down the route of your new FBOs having those guinea pig one-to-ones because I think it's really, really important for them to understand that side. And then the last thing on here is to go through the free prize draw forms. Now, I know that they've been on sale here today, the new free prize draws that Forever have created for us, which look absolutely brilliant. They're very clean and sleek, and they look the business. But you need to go through each of those free prize draws with that new team member, because they won't know what to do with it and that'll just get lost in a drawer and nothing will be followed up on. And we all know that when people join the business or purchase our products, it's not necessarily on the first time that they've spoken to you about that particular product or business opportunity. So definitely following up and teaching them how to do that is key in their business. Now, I've probably sold about 48 Clean 9s over the last 10 weeks, 11 weeks. It's always my biggest seller. It always has been my biggest seller because I still use exactly the same picture that I did when I first joined. So I started my Clean 9 again in January. I hadn't run for most of last year. I'd had a year off and enjoyed wine, lots and lots. In fact, I think I'm going up a mountain later this year with your brother. So I've signed up for Kilimanjaro this year, so I've obviously started my my running regime. And obviously I've blogged that, so every time I go out running, I put it on my stories, and people are asking questions and ordering Clean 9s and things like that. So make sure that you're visible to other people, and I think Adam talked about it in his speech earlier. It's just make sure that people know what it is that you do. And by posting, obviously, me doing the Clean 9, that's made other people get in touch with me and my regular customers that always come back to me this time of year as well. If you can't, for whatever reason, do the clean line yourself, then get a close friend or relative to do it for you so that they can help you with that experience and live through that journey for the 9 days. Because if you don't understand it, then you're not going to be able to sell it as well. And sometimes there's a medical reason as to why you can't do that yourself. What I would say is if your new team member wants to get Clean 9 sales out there, Louise is going to talk through customer care shortly, but what I would say is you can offer, some money off vouchers if they spend over a certain amount, if they have 2 people that do the Clean 9. So I've often said to people, why don't you offer them a discount just for the first 5 people? And once you've got those in, obviously they're your regular customers. Or if you can give them a free gift, just so that it kind of creates that intrigue on your customer group, so that they know that there's only 5 people that are going to get it at that offer. So what I want to do now is pass you over to an amazing Sapphire manager who's going to take you through the rest of this slot on customer care. So please put your hands together for Louise Hancock.
Thank you, darling.
Right one.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes. Perfect. Well, I've definitely got the graveyard shift this afternoon, so hopefully I can liven you all up. Okay, so I'm really excited to be sharing my story with you, but also giving you some real top tips that hopefully you can go home and implement into your business. So I've been with Forever for 7 years now. I've got 4 children. I lived a very, very busy lifestyle, and it's completely changed our world around. So I'm going to quickly recap the last 7 years for you, but how I did that and the nuggets in my business, which I would say are absolutely vital for what I've created. So this is what my life looked like back in April 2013. 3 small children, one being 6 months and one being nearly 2. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then obviously my daughter was 7 at the time. So I was that typical person that had no spare time. I was highly stressed, really unwell, didn't look after my body, lived off coffee and worked as a hairdresser. I had zero confidence, and the reason I worked as a hairdresser is so I could talk to one person at a time at the back of their head, because I just couldn't stand the thought of being customer facing. So to do this now, please don't look at what you see today as a story of success, because it's certainly not. Your success is going to happen from the day you decide to really go for it in your business. So we were the normal typical family. We would bicker about finances. We would argue whether we could afford a Chinese on a Friday night. We would look at everyone else and think, well, how are they going on holiday? How are they doing nice things? What are we doing wrong? We were both working, and we just couldn't get our head around what was going on. We lived in a house which we'd bought, which desperately needed renovating, and we were at the crossroads in our life that something had to change. So I either had to, do something. Something's got to give, otherwise it's going to be you, isn't it? It's sometimes that way you feel. So it was one of my hair clients came into my salon, and she was doing the Clean 9. Now, what interested me is she wasn't a distributor, and she wasn't trying to sell to me. She was genuinely saying how good these products were. Straight away, I thought, I'm interested. Tell me more. So she got me in contact with the person that sold her hers, and I picked her brain. Tell me more, what is this? Straight away, I realized retail profit. Retail profit, isn't that what, could bring in an income? So it was a way to increase the revenue in what I was already doing without any extra work. So when I looked into that, I started retailing. I started talking to people about the business. I'm going to go into more detail as to how. But I very quickly connected pound signs were more important to me at that moment in time than case credits. And that's going to be what's more important to your new people and yourself if you're new, to get you from your start your journey pack to becoming consistently 4cc active. Okay, so it's really important that we explain case credits in the terms of pound signs. This is an extra revenue stream into either your existing business or into your household as another job. Yeah, this is as good as going and finding another job, other than you can fit it into everything you need to do. So please, explain it that clearly to someone. Case credits don't excite a new person, or maybe yourself if maybe you feel a bit deflated by case credits. So the first thing we want to do, bridging the gap between the new box come in to being motivated and excited to get to work, is think of goal boards. Yourself, what does your ideal world look like? And do you know what is easier to do? Ask yourself, what do you dislike about your life at the minute? Not that we want to be negative, but we can do that so much easier, can't we? What do you dislike? You dislike the cleaning. You dislike going to work on a Saturday. What do you dislike? And then we can spin it round, and that can be a goal. You dislike your cleaning? Let's focus on a cleaner. How much does a cleaner cost? And then can you see these pound signs start coming into your mind, into the minds of your new people, and for you as a mentor to be able to help these people. So we've bought our dream home, and this was actually my Pinterest board, and it is scary how much like my house this is. So please do it, I urge you, because what this does is it guides you on your journey to where you need to go. And it all stems from you concentrating on growth in your business and helping your new people concentrate on growth in your business. And if you've all got a really clear vision, you're going to be moving closer and closer towards the goal. So as a family, we were a family of 5, we're now a family of 6. As you can imagine, that is a very expensive time if you want to go on holiday. For those of you that have larger families, you know that you cannot go on holiday for anything less than £5,000 because you can no longer stay in a hotel room. You have to then go and get an apartment or a villa. And one of my goals was to still enjoy the holidays and not resent my children because we couldn't go on nice holidays anymore. And that responsibility was on me. That wasn't their fault. I brought them into the world. So that was a really, really strong focus for me. So think about what is a strong driver force for you? What do you want to really grow on in your business? Because when you concentrate on growth, that's when you really do start, seeing this growth pattern every single month. So in the time I've been with Forever, I've had in a total of $95,000 in chairman's bonus check. So this stems from you getting your new people and yourself from your Start Your Journey Pack to 4cc. That's it. There is no complicated secret. It really isn't any more complicated to aim in to be 4cc active than it is to qualify for chairman's bonus. So please know it is possible for absolutely every single person. So and I don't say this to impress you, but just to show you what's possible. Since my first year in business, I've never earned anything less than £4,000 a month. So decide what you want to do. Do you want to motivate and go for it? Maybe you don't want to earn that £200 a month. Whatever you want to do, know that it is possible. So I also want you to think about these little goals that you might not plan. They're going to cost you a fortune. So my eldest being 15 and my baby now being 18 months, obviously, was a total shock. But because I'd built my business for 6 years, this wasn't on my goal board, but my God did forever pay off for this. I've not worked. I say not worked, I've helped my team. I've been 4cc of my regular retail, but that's helped me have 18 months of maternity leave, which is probably why you haven't seen my face for a while if you've been at company events. So how? What we need to do is get your new person or yourself into a nice, strong, regular pattern. So implementing all the things that Debbie has mentioned, following absolutely everything. Like I say, there is not one big secret that's going to create success. It's lots of little things consistently. One of the things that I found has massively helped in our team, as well as in myself, is having a private customer Facebook group. Hands up if you've got a private customer Facebook group. Perfect. Hands up if you're guilty of not using it as you should. Yeah, because it's easy to set things up, isn't it? And then we kind of get a bit lazy. Maybe we don't know what to post. That is going to be a key success to consistent sales. Your business, you are going to be paid for every sale in your business and every sale in your team. So we can think of case credits, we can chase promotions, we can chase incentives, but the bottom line is this is a retail-based business. Okay, you are paid a team leading bonus based on what retail sales your team have turned over or you have turned over. if you can, from a very early stage, implement something that really works consistently to bring in regular retail sales, regular customers, you are going to have a really strong retail business through in your business. So this is examples of my Facebook page. The perfect thing is we don't want to spam our public Facebook pages. We don't want our new people to start posting every other day of products through fear of alienating, not getting the message across correctly, maybe burning some bridges. You know what it's like. As soon as someone sees it, oh, unfriend, going to be spammed with that. That's what we don't want to do. So what we want to encourage our new people to do, set up this Facebook page, invite people, drop them a message. Anyone that inquires into a product, anyone that buys a product, add them to this group, and then you've got the freedom to spam the hell out of this page because they wanted to be on it. They want to see your special offers, they want to see your new products and be invited to your things. And this is also a great platform then to do an online launch. You can do a Clean 9 promotion on there. It's a really good base. But if you pop it in your diary every single day to put something on your customer page, you'll soon see this really start taking off, and it filtrates through the team really successfully. We need to coach and start doing it ourselves, really good customer care. This is a very different sort of business. And like I say, we're paid through sales of product. Yeah, so we need to make people feel valued. So things that we like to do within my team and my business is send birthday cards, send Christmas cards, offer discount vouchers if they do a purchase of over £60 if it's their birthday or something. Like Debbie said about the Clean 9, for the first 5 people to order a Clean 9, get it at an introductory rate in exchange for testimonials. This is all things we need to be echoing. Quite often we might have done it, if you've been in the business a while, we've done it at the early days, but then we forget to tell our team to do the same because we just assume that they must know, but they don't. People don't know. We need to keep repeating it and reminding people and reminding ourselves as well. So obviously keeping a customer record card, a book, write down when is their birthday. You can actually find this information on Facebook. It's quite scary. Ask them, when's your birthday? Because people love to know they're going to get a freebie. You always write down your birthday, don't you, when people ask you? So one of the important things that I always mention in first planning meetings as well is please do keep your forever profits separate. Keep them separate because when you know what you're earning, you're going to enjoy it a little bit more. So if you was to go out and get a night job or a bar job or a Saturday job to earn an extra income, you know exactly what you're earning. Quite often in Forever, it goes in our back pocket, it goes in the bank. You could say to someone, how much have you earned this month? No idea, not a lot really, I don't think. Actually, they're going to be very, very surprised. Also measuring growth on pound signs, because if the pound signs are growing in profit, guess what happens? The case credits grow as well. So then we're focusing on this growth, from taking someone to be in 1 cc to 1.5 to 2 to 2.5, because they're focusing on the pennies that they can then spend on their family and the things that they want to tick off on their goal board. So we're connecting all these dots together. When we're looking at getting someone off the starting point, we need to talk about recruitment right from day one. Don't shy away from recruitment. Someone can recruit someone from the second day and their first day in their business. It's really important to know you haven't got to be a walking, talking, forever encyclopedia. You can do it because we've got all the tools. Okay, so really do, because if someone starts looking at it, it's 2 cc when they sign up. They also receive a lump sum, which a lot of people don't realise. Tell this to people. Make sure you know these figures. Have a coffee with someone. Show them the business, because you're going to get paid £39. Straight away, it's like, oh, really? Yes, and then we're going to focus on retail sales. So it's a really simple, easy starter to focus on for yourself, getting you to 4, and also for new people. What I want you to do is believe in yourself. This is a very hard thing to do if you've never achieved it. Maybe you've recruited people and struggled to get them off to a good start and you blame yourself. All you need to do is follow these simple steps. Don't overpower, don't overload, just follow the steps of what needs to be done. And be proud of where you are right now in your business. because you need to be proud of where you are. It doesn't matter where you're starting from or what you've got, because then what we can do is grow on that. We can grow your belief, we can grow on your income, grow on your case credits, and the rest just really does fit nicely into place when we're all echoing the same in our businesses. So with me today, I've got two walking, talking adverts, and I want them to come up and just tell you snippets of how that they've built their business in this way. So welcome Alison and Sara to the stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alison and my background is in HR, and I've now been with Forever 3 years. And I joined because I wanted to earn that extra little bit of an income, because my son Jack is quite talented at golf, and if any of you know that golf is actually a really expensive sport. When he was crowned UK champion at the age of 7, I thought, holy moly, what's going on here? We need to support him to be the best he possibly can. So I was wondering, how am I going to earn an extra income to support his golf endeavours when golf clubs range from £150 to £250 each? And when you're 7 years old, you need a lot of golf clubs because you're growing taller every year. So I instantly saw the opportunity with Forever to give me that retail profit immediately to be able to support his golf endeavours. Now, in our house, we have really very little time. My husband works away 4 days. I've got 2 kids that are running around. We're taking them everywhere. And I looked at the business. I thought, this is amazing, but how do I have time to do this? So, like Debbie was said, I looked at what I did with my week, and I thought, I'm not really interested in Coronation Street, and I don't really care what's going on Love Island. So guess what? I'm going to build my business where other people are just watching people on television. So that's what I started to do. I opened my box and I saw these amazing products, and I just started talking to everybody I knew about the products and telling them how fantastic they were. I literally became the product of the product, and that's what I would urge you all to do. As I didn't have a lot of time, I started to focus on just a few products. They were the drinking gels and the C9s, and those are my best sellers. And in fact, I've been 4cc now every single month from my first month for the last 3 years in Forever, a minimum of 4cc. And what I've noticed is that when my CCs are higher, it's because in my personal life, I am really, really busy. For an example, we're moving house this month in February. So I set a plan in February about how can I be 4cc before we've got this chaos of moving house. So on the 3rd of the month, I was actually 4cc active, which I was just so delighted with. How did I do this? So I did a C9. I blogged my C9. I answered every question on everybody who liked my page. In October last year, like many of you might have done, I did the breast cancer awareness and posted about our deodorant. A lady liked my post. I connected with her. She then said to me, I don't suppose you were doing a fair 6 months ago, were you? And I said, yeah, that was me. She said, wow, I love your products. So I've kept in touch with her. She's bought a couple of products. At the beginning of the month, I said, hi, would you like to buy any products this month? And put in an order. She put in an order of 1.177 case credits. I nearly fell off my chair, to be honest with you, but that got me to my 4cc. So being 4cc, as Debbie and Lou have said, is absolutely so important. And as you can see, Sarah and I are just so delighted to pick up our gold suitcases today. And we wouldn't have got that. If we let it slip by just a little bit, we wouldn't have got that from last year. So I focus on being 4cc every month. And as Lou said, Lou signed me up into this business, and in our planning meeting she said, Al, what I want you to do is your profit for the first 3 months, just keep it in an envelope. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm a good student, I'll do what she tells me to do. She's been in this business a lot longer than me, so I'll do as she says. At the end of that 3 months, she said, Al, how much have you got in that envelope? And I opened up the envelope. I had £900. From 3 months of retail profit, popping it in an envelope. I literally felt like I'd won the lottery. We were going like that with the money in the study. So What that has led for us as a family is that we've been able to support Jack in his golf endeavours. He's played golf competitions in America at Pinehurst, Celtic Manor, St Andrews, and he won a world championship in Portugal, which so my profit allowed for him to go to that competition, but the whole family to go and to support him. I love how this business has brought instant retail profit, and being 4 case credits every month also means that you get that little bit extra from any team that are coming through. And boy, can I not wait till I go on my next golf holiday and I've got this coming with me. So that's a little bit about my journey, and I just wanted to thank Lou for showing me Forever, because without meeting her at a dinner party one night, I wouldn't have had this. So thanks, Lou.
You're welcome.
So I'll pass you over to Sara, who's built an amazing business.
Thank you, Alison. That was fabulous. My name's Sara Maxwell, and for the past 25 years, I've had my own successful business working as an interior designer and project manager. It's a job I've always loved, and I've been lucky enough to work on some amazing projects. In my 30s, we started our family, and I had my 3rd son 10 years ago when I was 41. Although I've always loved my work, my clients are very demanding, and sometimes I found working on my own to be quite lonely. I was ready for a new challenge, and one that gave me the time freedom that I needed with 3 boys. My mentor's been my friend for a long time, but she'd never offered the business to me because she thought I had the perfect life already. Then I saw her do a Facebook Live and asked for more information. I did a one-to-one, and I signed up on the spot. I've been with Forever for 39 months now, and I love the sense of team and my extended Forever family. I'm a strong retailer, and I've been 4cc every month since joining just over 3 years ago, which is something I'm really proud of. I've learnt so many new skills, and my confidence has gone from strength to strength. I'm seizing every opportunity that's offered to me and challenging myself every single day. As a result of the training, I've been encouraged to go for my own goals, and our youngest son's now in private education. We recently moved to our dream home. Without Forever, these things wouldn't have happened. So I'm so proud to have my business recognised by head office today and to receive my gold suitcase. All my Forever friends know the significance of these cases and what they mean to us. They represent so much more than just recognition for a job well done. They show that we care about our customers and look after them all year round. They show that we care about our team and help them to learn and grow. They show that we care about ourselves and our own personal development through training and challenging ourselves on a daily basis. It's fabulous to be up on stage here today at Success Day with so many other business owners, with other people from the team who are all doing exactly the same thing as me, which is working consistently, achieving results, and supporting other people every single day. I hope you've enjoyed this last slot of the day, and if you'd all like to come back up.
All right, well done. Well done.
Fabulous. Thank you, everybody. I wasn't sure whether I was using this or not, sorry. So I hope you've really found that useful. I mean, as you can see just from Alison and Sara, who are both supervisors in the business, you know, they've earned an extra few £1,000s more just by retailing at least 4 case credits this year. So I hope you've taken some really good notes today, and we would love for you to raise the roof for the last slot to finish and us to be the loudest. So go ahead.